Okay, we're going to solve some problems involving scale drawings. The first one, I have a picture of a trampoline that shows 2 inches by 4 inches, and they give me the scale. Every 1 inch represents 3 feet, 1 inch on the picture, 3 feet on the real trampoline. So the question is asking us to find the scale factor and also the width and the length of the actual trampoline. I have the drawing on my whiteboard. Every 1 inch represents 3 feet. So I want to find the scale factor first. Since I already have that every 1 inch represents 3 feet, this is my scale factor. So scale factor is going to be 3. And then I want to figure out the length and the width of the actual trampoline. So I'm going to create a table. I'm going to label one side inches and one side feet. The inches is the drawing and the feet is the real trampoline. I will pick this up, the information that they provide for me. So 1 inch representing 3 feet. But when I go to the drawing, the width is 2 inches. So I'm going to put that right under 1 inch. And I know 1 times 2 gives me 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do 3 times 2, and that gives me 6. So the width of the actual trampoline is 6 feet. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to find the length. Again, inches and feet, 1 inch representing 3 feet. This information comes from the information that they've given me on the scale drawing. I have 4 inches for the length. I'm going to put that in here. And then since 1 times 4 is 4, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 times 4, which gives me 12. And that's 12 feet, the length of the actual trampoline. So we answered all 3 parts of this question. The next question gives you a little map that shows parking area, ranger tower, the waterfall, 6 centimeter to the waterfall, 3 centimeter to the ranger tower, and 9 centimeter to picnic area. Of course, these are just drawing measurements because 6 centimeter is a very small distance, and in real life it won't be 6 centimeter. But the scale tells us that 3 centimeter is represented by 1.5 kilometer. So we're going to use this to find the scale factor and also find the real measurements of these 3 trails. So I have my map drawn here. So this is giving me information that I can use to find the scale factor. If I divide these by 3, both of them can be divided by 3 easily. So I'm going to find 1 centimeter represents 0.5 kilometer, or 1/2. So you can write 1/2. That is the same thing as 0.5. So I can use this information, or I can use the simplified version, which is this one. And if I do the math correctly, I can find the actual measurements using either one of these. I'm going to create a table again. So the first question is asking me to find the length of the waterfall trail, which is 6 centimeter on the drawing, on the map. So I'm going to label this side centimeter and this side kilometer. Again, I'm deciding to use the simplified version. 1 centimeter is represented half a kilometer. So 1 centimeter, half a kilometer here. However, the drawing says 6 centimeters, so I'm going to put 6 under centimeter. So this is easily solved by saying times 6 on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do times 6, which is going to give me 3 kilometers. So the real waterfall trail is 3 kilometers. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a table again, so I can find the real measurement from the parking lot to the picnic area. So again, I'm putting centimeter here and kilometer here. I'm using the 1 centimeter represented for half a kilometer, and 9 centimeters, since it's 9 centimeter in the map, for the distance from parking to picnic area. And I know 1 times 9 gives me 9. So I'm going to have to do 0.5 times 9, which is 4.5 kilometer. So the actual distance here is 4.5 kilometer. The third question is going to ask you a few things about the Ranger Tower. So they give you the picture of the Ranger Tower, which has no measurements on it. But then the actual tower is 15 feet wide and 60 feet tall. We also have information here that we are going to use 2 inches, represent 10 feet. 2 inches on the drawing, 10 feet is the real tower, which is pretty high. It's like a 3-story building, 10 feet. Or maybe 1.5-story building. So I have the map drawn here, but instead of a tower, I just drew a rectangle. So this is the real tower, 15 by 60. And the drawing of it has no measurements, but we have this information. I can go ahead and simplify these to turn them, divide them by 2, and that is going to turn 1 inch to 5 feet. 1 inch representing 5 feet on the real tower. So I'm going to create a table again. Inches on one side and feet on one side. I have 1 inches for 5 feet. Now 15 feet wide is the real tower. So I'm going to put 15 under feet since it's 15 feet. And this is times 3, so I'm going to go ahead and do times 3. And this is going to be 3 inches. So this measurement on the drawing is 3 inches. I'll set up the same table, inches here and feet here. Again, using the simplified version, 1 inch is equivalent to 5 feet. Then I go back to my picture. I have 60 feet. How tall the actual tower is, and I'm going to put that under 5 since they are both feet. And since 5 times 12, this is times 12, then I'm going to go ahead and do times 12 and I get 12 inches. Now if I didn't know 5 times 12 is 60, I can go ahead simply do 60 divided by 5 to find that missing link. And then I can use that to check it. 5 times 12 is equal to 60. So I found it by doing 60 divided by 5. And then I will use that 12 to do 1 times 12 to give me 12 inches. So my drawing of the tower is 12 inches tall. If the question asks for finding the area of these shapes, these are rectangles, so I know I can multiply the length and the width to get the area. The area of the drawing is going to be 12 times 3, which is 36 inches squared. And the area of the actual tower, if I were to find that, I would multiply these 2 numbers. Those are not asked in the question. The question was just asking to find the length and the width of the drawing of the tower. So I hope this helps. Talk to you later.